And to see all this new generation that was born after the dictatorship, making hunger strike, fighting to the cops, and I was like, wow, another energy of my generation.
We're here with Ana Tijoux, female MC. You were born in France, right?
Yes.
And your parents left Chile?
Yes, I mean, like we had a dictatorship that began in '73, so my parents, as so many young people that was against the government, and they was in jails like so many people, and so that's when they had to leave. In our family, it always has been a topic to come back to Chile. And they never had this option of staying in France. We was always with the baggage and everything ready to leave. So the day that they had the possibility to leave, we give everything to friends and we just lived one day to another to Santiago.
And how long have you been there? I mean,
15 years.
Yeah, 15 years you were in
Yes.
France.
So
you kind of grew up French.
Yes, yes. So I finished the school in Chile.
How was that for you to go back to Chile? You probably haven't been there before visiting.
I went 2 times alone to meet my grandparents. It was to come back, well, hard because at the same time, so I was born in France, and with the story of so many kids of immigrant, no, where you got this French passport at the end, but so you are French, but you don't feel so French either. You got this question about identity at the end. So I don't speak so good Spanish, and my face is so Latin American. So this identity problem I had until the end of to be a teenager. And now it's not anymore a topic. I feel super Latin American. So this song is a song that we made in Chile 2 years ago, and it's part of this album called La Bala, and it's a song called Joke. No ves que no estamos solos, millones de poro a poro, al son de un solo coro, marcharemos con el tono, con la convicción que basta de robo, tu estado de control, tu trono podrido de... I saw an amazing documentary which name is The Doctrine of Shock of Naomi Klein, and that she's a Canadian writer, and she make a book also that is under the same name, and talk about the shock doctrine that has been applied in Chile. All the economic situation that arrived with the dictatorship and everything has been privatized, but more interesting how people was afraid under the shock, like you're frozen people and people doesn't move. So when I read that, I was like, wow, this is super interesting, how our country has been frozen or fighting. And to see all this new generation that was born then, after the dictatorship, they are not afraid. So they are not under the doctrine of shock. So, and all these students protesting for a free education, which is super expensive in Chile. And see all those kids between, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 to university, organizing to themselves, like organizing class by class, all the school, taking the school, making hunger strike, fighting to the cops. And I was like, wow, that's why the song called Choc. No?
The song, I mean, that's the story I read, it became like an anthem for the student revolution, right?
I think that is something that I should be careful with it, because at the end, to be the anthem, the history will say about it. I'm not in the position to say it. I make it super inspired of the students, but time and history will say what it was. Página blanca, vio espera de su atuendo, pero en un traje suficientemente bueno que más, que no se siente del todo feo. Cada mañana cuando analiza su rostro, él siente que alimenta por dentro un monstruo, que es difícil encarar y encarar.
And the time you came back was like around the 90s. But what was Chile like? I mean, was there like, they were expecting like the democracy? Was it really looking forward? Very
crazy like process. So yes, this opening of democracy is something that of course so many people was waiting. This awakening up of hope and changes or whatever, or justice at the end. But what happened at the end, it was not so many that, because this democracy arrived and the economic system continued to be applying that what applied Pinochet. So yes, we arrived to democracy, but in so many people are very deep like
deception also, like waiting for example, I don't know, education used to be free when it was the generation of my parents, and then Pinochet privatized everything that was make North America with all the dictatorship, privatized health, education, social houses, whatever. And so everybody was waiting at the same time, like, no, we are going to come back to this system of free education, free health, and of quality. But no, they continue to apply this economic system until today. So yes, it was a lot of hope, but at the same time it's interesting to see how this economic privatization of the country didn't change, and worst of everything continue to be applied deeper and deeper under the name of the democracy. But what I call the dictatorship of the capital, no?
That's what you see in Chile now, the dictatorship of the capital?
For me, yes. I mean, that's my point of view. Like, where it's like you get a democracy, because it's like how I talk with my kid, like at 8 years old, would ask me, what is a democracy? I'm not a political scientist, but for me, the democracy is like you vote for somebody, and that person should like apply what the people want. That's for me something like the logic. But what happened in Chile, so the people protest and nobody apply what the people want.
And at home, did you talk a lot about this? I mean,
a lot, because it's got to do with our history. I mean, the Pinochet dictatorship or whatever, or the fight of my parents as the fight of that generation is part of our history, and that's make you understand also what you don't want and what you want for your kids, no?
You're going to give the spirit and this energy to the next generation too, right? I forgot to introduce.
That's okay, Emilia, that she's sleeping like.
Okay, but she's going to have like the same spirit, right? It's like
that is a gift that they gave to her. That's not even to me. They give to her this.
What? Viva
the resistencia. I guess yes, because at the end, like, I've got a kid. I mean, of course, you can give some advices and values, solidaridad, whatever. But then they walk by their own.
You don't want to take the dictatorship.
Yes, but yes, I say you should continue this way. That's the way that you got to walk. You got to go to work for yourself with the values that I hope that I give you good values. My boy got 8, and everybody asked me like, oh, and he's like music? Yes, he likes, but he doesn't play music. He doesn't want to. Why should I control that?
Por mi piel morena borraron mi identidad. Me sentí pisoteado por toda la sociedad. Me tuve que hacer fuerte por necesidad. Fue el hombre de la casa muy temprana edad. Desde que nací conocí la necesidad. Me tuve que hacer fuerte por necesidad. De mis suelas gastadas de tanto caminar.
For me, hip hop is a symbol of liberty and freedom. In a way that also, like, I work all my life with sample and DJ, all my life, and I love it. And right now I'm in the process of the contrary. Now is the point of my life where I feel like it's the moment to do it.
Verdad, mi verdad.